Hello everybody, I just wanted to come on because I actually bought a new recorder. Well, it's not a new recorder, but I bought a recorder this morning, and I was just messing about with it to hear what it sounded like, and I actually picked up something. Now, I'm not going to class this as an EVP, but it does sound like an EVP. First of all, I haven't backed it up with any other recorder because I was just testing it. 2, it's not on camera and I cannot prove it. And 3, the name of the recorder is a Panasonic RR-QR150. So it is actually the RR-DR60's little cousin, and it sounds just as bad. But I thought I would document this just to be, just to have it, As I says, I'm not going to, I cannot prove that this is an EVP, but I'm kind of questioning it at the same time. I can't back it up with any other evidence. All I can tell you is I'm 3 floors up. I have very, very thick windows in my house. The sound you hear now is the sounds, the same environment that I had when doing the recording, but I'm not making a video because of this EVP. It may not be, it may be pareidolia in that, but it just sounds really strange. I actually have a busy road outside, hence the doubly thick windows, and you can see the traffic outside here. So there's a small bit of audio that comes in here, but not very much. This is the little recorder here. It's the Panasonic RR-QR150. Most of you know at this stage the RR-DR60 is up in the thousands and in the price bracket, because they're very, very rare now. Buying this does not mean that I'll be having beans and toast for the next month. This only cost me 30 quid, but it is in and around the same era as the DR60 and that. In fact, the RR-QR100 has a pretty high price tag as well, and it was the one before this, and I think the reason why it has gone really expensive, it's basically because the shape of it is the same as the looks the same as the DR60, and there's no way I'm forking out for that much for a very old recorder, so I paid 30 quid for this. Right, one of the reasons I bought this recorder is you may have seen that I'd done a video previously on the DR60. Now, I done that video based on other people's opinions, and it wasn't of my own opinion, and I don't have a DR60, so I can't tell you firsthand, and I have to be honest about it. I couldn't tell you firsthand what the DR60 is like. This is my nearest thing that I can show you that is close to a DR60, and I will show it to you after I play what I picked up on this. But we'll go through the late 90s technology before things got a little bit more modern. But I'm going to play the capture on this. I'm not going to say it's an EVP. It sounds like one, but as I says, I cannot back it up with video evidence. I can't back it up with another recorder because I was just messing around with this, because I just got this in the post this morning. I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that capture for you now, folks. Now the sound quality on this is pretty bad, but here we go. I'm going to show you the reading on the recorder, so you will know that I'm not overlaying audio or anything like that. Press, and here we go.
Is there any spirits that wishes to speak to us today? Feel free to tell us your name.
Hold on a second. I'll just go back a little bit further. It sounds like a secret. When I asked, what is your name? Feel free to tell us your name. I'll actually go back to the question.
Feel free to tell us your name.
Well, the difference between this and the DR60 was this wasn't recalled for a defect in the product, like the DR60 was. But it's still recording in low bit rate. Now, you know, there's a debate going on whether low bit rate is the right way to go. As it says in a previous video, if you're going to experiment with low bit rate, do by all means, but back it up with a high quality recording as well. So if you get a voice coming through, you can go back on the high quality recording and see was there any sounds that may sounded like the EVP that you just captured. So you can either debunk it or you can prove it. You know, I couldn't prove that EVP, so I'm not calling it an EVP because I haven't backed this up. It's not recorded, as I said before, but that is it. I mean, like, I have other high quality recording devices. The reason why, I bought this, one was to get close to the DR60 and see what it's all about. You seen possibly in my previous, one of my previous videos, the Olympus that a lot of investigators started using because of its low bit rate as well. I said that in the previous video as well. If you're going to go low bit rate like that with very low quality, it's a good idea to back it up with a high quality recording as well. But that is the Panasonic RR-QR150. I'm going to briefly show you around the product. Along the side here you have your record button, your stop record button, your on and off and hold button, and this is the volume switch here, which is a little wheel like an old radio, which I like that. Up on this first screen up here, wait till I turn it on, you'll see these little dots here. That is your volume level. On the screen here you have your time, which is down here, and then there's been one recording on this. On the top here you see long play. Now on the button on the front here you got record mode, right? The record modes are HQ, which is high quality, short play, which is another high quality, but HQ is the highest quality, and long play means you can put a lot more into the space that you've got, but you compromise on quality. There's no such thing on these recorders as MP3 or WAV, because when these recorders were out there was no MP3, so it's WAV format. And as it says, this button here is the record mode, which is long play, short play, high quality, and that's the three modes. Down here you have your erase file, and over here is all just playback buttons, and here is your menu button as well. So what you'll notice on this recorder as well, well, there's a headphones socket and a microphone socket, and it says plug-in power as well. There is no USB. Way back in the day, before USB and that, there was no USB, so you could not transfer your files through USB. You had to use other methods. So that is the Panasonic RR-QR150. As it says, if you want to experiment with low bit rate, you're going back to that kind of era of the late 90s and early 2000s with recorders like this. I just bought this as an experiment, I have the TASCAM DR-05, which I prefer to use, but I am willing to give these a go to see what I pick up on them, and is there any truth to some of the theories that are out there on low bitrate recording. Briefly, what I'm going to show you is another product that I got this morning, and actually I'm using that product in a lot of my videos lately, but I bought a backup with longer wires. This is the microphone system, and it is designed for phones. You get a little bag like so. So it is designed for phones, and what you get inside, and this is £13 folks that I bought this for on eBay, so look them up, and if you see this brand here, I really recommend it. It is very, very good. You see a lot of videos and they say sorry about the wind, guys. You don't have to be sorry about the wind anymore, folks, because these are pretty good, and I have done videos in the wind and I didn't get any wind noise. The reason why I bought this one is it's got an extra long piece of wire cable, so I can have I can go back further with the camera. You got the two little microphones. It's a twin system. You can have one of them plugged onto your jumper, and another one plugged onto your camera or the piece of equipment that you are trying to get audio from. So you've got a twin system there. That big massive lump of cable, I can't remember, was it 6 meters? Something like that? 6 meters, yeah. The other one is 3 meters. The smaller one is 3 meters. This one is 6 meters. I think the smaller one was 1.5 meters. I'm not quite sure. But they do say on the description of the product, you got your wind buffs. This cable, I find you have to use it for some reason. You see the difference in the. I don't know the ins and outs about all this, but I know that I have to connect up this cable to it. But it's got all the accessories that you need. Another one of these, well, I don't know exactly what that is for, but you got extra clips, and the clips themselves are made from metal, and you got extra spongy bits as well. And then you have your wind buffs, which I use I have on all the time, and it doesn't cause me any problems indoors or anything like that. You know, so there you have it, folks. Basically, I wouldn't be telling you about it if it was rubbish. They are actually a good product. For 13 quid and you get all that in it, it's a pretty good deal, you know. So, you know, if you are filming outdoors, and, you know, whether you have a camera or you're filming still with your phone, and, you know, a lot of the time, you know, especially the winter time, you have to pick your days to go out filming because of wind and rain. The reason why I'm not out today is because of rain. But when it comes to the wind and that, these do a very, very good job. Folks, recently I have been sick, and recently I've had car issues. And the car issues turned out to be a tiny chip about half the size of your baby fingernail. That was corrupt, that wouldn't let me start the car. That is now resolved. I'm feeling a little bit better. You know, I'm itching to get out. I don't want to be doing spurt box sessions at home, but you know, the reason why I put up these spurt box sessions is some people like them. If you don't like them, that's okay, that's fine. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be doing loads and loads of spurt box sessions. I'm not going out to locations. I am going to do that. People have asked me recently, are you going to the Donegal International Rally? The answer to that is absolutely yes. From the views I got last year, I will definitely be going to the Donegal International Rally this year. Absolutely. Because every single day I'm getting views on those videos. And that has fed my channel through the whole year. From the minute they were uploaded, every single day there's been views. And it just kept going the whole way. And it'll probably pick up again before this year's rally, and but I will have fresh videos again this time. The thing about this year and last year is when I made those videos last year, I only started to learn how to edit videos. So this year, hopefully, I will have a better quality video for you. And actually, the day the rally scrutiny had started, I had just bought a new camera and I hadn't even tested it. So I was actually testing it on location and figuring out actually what it does. So I was using a new piece of equipment that I didn't use before. So I will have hopefully better quality videos this year. Fingers crossed, but I will try my really hardest to get there, because if I don't, I will be very, very disappointed. It continues to be a mixed channel. I'm interested in the paranormal. I'm interested in the paranormal investigations. I'm only starting those, and they have picked up pretty well, and I'm very grateful for the views on those. We may still do a little bit of abandoned exploring, and we'll still do kind of a bloggy type thing as well. You know, it's going to be a mixture of stuff, guys, you know. It's not going to be paranormal 100% of the time, but a lot of the time it's going to be. If the weather is bad, I'm still going to upload a spurt box session if there's responses on them. I know they're not the most visual, you know, they're not high up on the visual content, but you know, if you're into paranormal investigation but you're not that fond of listening to the spirit box, I don't use very noisy spirit boxes, you know, and if you're a skeptic of spirit boxes, you know, put on some headphones and give it a go, you know. But what you're looking for there is responses to questions, you know. You do get snippets of radio, and if something like 2FM comes up, you don't get all excited. Ghost didn't say 2FM. It's radio. What you're looking for is you're going to get snippets of sound, and they're going to be in small little pieces. Now, occasionally, a frequency can stretch over a couple of channels, and you might get one or two more words. But if you get more than one or two words, you're possibly picking up something there. But you know, what you're looking for is something in relation to what you're speaking about, or something in response to questions that you ask. But you know, give it a go, folks. I have a couple of uploads on Spirit Box sessions that I done over the weekend, because I was so disappointed that I couldn't get out, that I was feeling sick, and the car was... When something happens, it always happens in 2s and 3s. But I will be getting out once the rain stops, and hopefully very soon we're going to have another person along with us in some of those investigations as well. But I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. I'm going to keep it as true as possible, obviously. You know, but I'm really grateful for the support I've been getting since I started doing small bits of paranormal investigating. Like, I'm really grateful. I'm not too pushed on numbers when it comes to YouTube anymore. When it comes to some of these other videos, yeah. When it comes to the paranormal investigating, I put the evidence first. It may not be a fancy video. I don't want to fancy it up, you know. I just want to put the evidence out there as raw as I possibly can. It may not be exciting, but you know, I want to document my responses so I can look back on them. Some people enjoyed them, and you know, we'll see where we go from here, folks. I know I have an awful lot of equipment. I could do Ghost Adventures style filming at this stage, but we'll see how we go as I bring in more pieces of equipment and that. You know, I have mobility issues. I have mobility issues, and I've issues with my arms, my muscles and stuff like that. I can't carry big loads of equipment up and down the stairs every time I go out. So you know, but you can still do a good paranormal investigation with a bag with a few things in it, you know. So I will see you in the next video, folks. I'm blabbering on too much here. I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for all your support. Thank you very much to all your new subscribers. Thank you very much for all those subscribers that have been here a long time. And thank you very much for your comments, likes, and your support. I will see you in the next video, folks. And as always, be good to each other.